Fuck, I already forgot something. All right, we're fucking doing it. Here we go. Oh, he said the F word on YouTube. Fuck. Rudy, fuck out of here. So, finally doing it. The game changer, just finesse, whatever, chenille bullshit thing. People are really struggling with the game changer. It's like, oh man, I don't know if I could tie that shit. It's so simple. You are dumb. It's literally these, just 5. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's counting. Or you can do the 15 mil. This is 10 mil, which is short for millimeter. There you go. That's the slang for the day. It's so fucking easy, people. It's literally pick whatever you want, meaning like game changer, glass, whatever. You could do Minnow body. You could do Senyo's laser dub. It doesn't fucking matter. Just wrap, and you're done. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. Take any thread. This is going to be a great video, I can already tell. Definitely going to be a good one. It's fucking snowing everywhere. Can't fucking guide. Can't go fishing. I can't leave my house. Fucking sucks. Actually, it's not that bad. I just get to hang out with my dogs and play ball in the backyard. Okay, so just thread wrap, whatever. And then, literally, this is the first piece of marabou that I pulled out. Actually, fuck that. That is real bad. Okay, come on. Just get a piece of marabou and tie it in. That's going to be your tail. You could get as nerdy as you want on the tails. You could do all sorts of shit, which I'm not going to get into, but you could. Hen saddle. Okay, now I'm getting into it. Hen saddle or whatever. This is just to show people that are out there like, man, I can't tie them game changers. Not with that attitude. It's so simple. Okay, so just get whatever you got. The Game Changer chenille is probably the easiest to tie with. Not great to trim. This stuff is the Minnow body wrap, UV, whatever. Not great to tie with, but way easier to trim. And I think it's just because, like, whatever. The shit it's made out of is not... it's a little bit furrier, I guess, if that's the word I'm going to use. So you can cut it easier. The chenille stuff is so plasticky, kind of like it's obvious. Duh, it's a synthetic. Oh, is it? You know, it's not growing on a tree. I'm extra dumb this morning. Whatever. I don't like it because I can't trim it as well. First world problems. Okay. That's it. Can you do that? Can you do just what I did? Just wrap. That's it. You're done. You can tie this fly. I should fucking stop this video. Where in the fuck? There it is. I should have stopped the video now because it's just going to be me doing that 4 more times. And then attaching a hook, which I didn't bring over here as well. So, whatever. Do all that stuff with the UV or Zap-A-Gap. And obviously, the time-consuming part of this fly is the trimming, right? Because that's a lot. I trim as I go. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, and don't cut off a shit ton right off the bat. And you're probably thinking, man, looks like you're cutting off a shit ton right off the bat. Yeah, I've done this before. Okay? This is not my first game changer. I would not suggest doing that because you'll fuck it up. You want it to cover a little bit of that tail, and you can always cut more off, right? You could always cut more off. The tail or wrist, I guess. Gonna get a bunch of emails from that. Just kidding. I don't get any emails. You know, people are like, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of DMs from that. No one fucking cares. No one's sending you anything. You're not important. No one gives a shit. Oh, I got so many messages. No, you didn't. Fucking full of shit. Like, think to yourself, how many times have you messaged somebody, like famous or whatever? Been like, hey man, you fucked up. Never. Right? Okay. So then you get the other 10 mil spine. Again, you can do the 15s for a little bit larger presentation. This, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Whatever, I don't care. I push back on that guy, and then it's easy to slide it in. That's just like a little trick. I'm sure people have come up with better ways, but that's what I do. That's annoying. All this long shit up here. And then guess what? You got it. Doing the same shit again. That worked well. I was upstairs trying to enjoy a movie, watching Jack Reacher. It's okay. Something to do in the morning. Made a big old Mexican breakfast. It's not racist. It's just I made chilaquiles. Okay? And it was delicious. And then I'm watching this movie and I'm like, fuck, I should do this stupid ass Italian video. And I just went back and forth with not wanting to get up and do it. And here I am. So that's why I'm in such a great mood. You've ruined my snowy day movie watching time. So I got to do this bullshit. And there's like 1,000 of these videos on YouTube. This isn't like, oh, somebody finally tied a game changer platform fly. Fuck me, man. There's 1 million of them out there. So I don't even know why I'm doing this. There wasn't even more to that story. That's just me yelling basically at myself for doing this. Like, what am I doing? What in the fuck? And they're better, probably. They're probably much better than mine. Man, I almost just convinced myself to stop doing this altogether. But I'm committed. I'm in here. And I kind of need them for my bass program this spring. Which no one wants to go fish with. That's fine. Fuck you guys. Everybody wants to go fish trout. Fucking salmon fly hatch. Dumbest shit on the planet. Stupid ass fucking trout. Yeah. Oh, I can't go. I got to do the salmon fly hatch. Oh, cool. Fucking, that's awesome. False. Anyways, we'll be fucking railing giant smallies on like 6-inch flies with nobody around, but that's fine. No, that's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Go out there and, I don't know, catch a couple 16-inch trout and avoid the fucking rattlesnakes. Yeah, bish. All right, so as you can see, I did the same shit, right? This is literally, I mean, you're done. Don't watch the rest of this video. I'm serious. Go on with your day. Go do whatever you're going to do. Because it's just this over and over. It's going to be real boring. So, again, I don't know. I can tell this isn't going to go well because I'm already over it. So I'll probably get a little wild with the trimming. I just kind of cut it down a little bit. This isn't going to be perfect. Shocker. It definitely works better when it's out of the vise and you can kind of see it and do all your shit, right? But it's just kind of like, you know, whatever. Whew, here we go. Big boy number 3. Again, I mean, you guys are seeing the program, right? Same shit. Where's my coffee? Fuck! Left my coffee upstairs. Man, that's just not going well. Whatever, it's not going to take that long. And it's iced. It's not like it's going to get cold. There we go. Bingo bango. And thread wrapping it. What type of thread are you using? Any thread will work. You're not spinning hair or anything. I just use the GSP Veevus 100 for literally everything because it doesn't break ever. I like to say you can hang your truck off a bridge with it. Works real well. Now, some people just keep this on there, meaning they don't cut it off and they just take the whole thing and wrap it. Fucking drives me nuts. I, however, do end up with these pieces that I don't use. So they're probably smarter than I am. But I fucking hate it. So I cut it off. Also, what is this? Oh, I was going to say, what is it, like $4? Actually, that's $8. That's kind of expensive. That's $8? Holy fuck. Anyways. One of these flies is like 15, so hey, you're still saving money by tying flies. And they're easy. Here we go. Oh fuck, what's going on here? Really? That's cool. Anyways. Okay. Don't know what happened there, but nothing good. Okay. That just, I was just saying too, I was like, oh, that's $8 and it's a fucking piece of shit. Fucking thing sucks. Dead air. Okay, let's get it going. I just got maybe a better tie-in point. I don't know. Felt like I got it in there. And we're wrapping. Again, it's super easy. Just do this. So as you wrap, just, make sure the core is exposed. This is like fly tying 101 shit, right? Just pull it back. It's not crazy complicated. You don't want to, oh God. Stuff is really starting to come undone on me. Really? Whatever. Made it. Okay. Work that fucker through. Wow. Remember when I said it was easy? This thing's being a real pain in the dick. Whatever. I'm just going to tie through it. There we go. Cut that sucker off. And I guess, I'm sure somebody will say, hey, you could use those pieces for the rear part of the tail. Probably. Or no one's going to say anything. Because again, nobody gives a fuck. Right? I don't. There we go. And more zap it a gap. That gap's been zapped. Okay. And then obviously as you get like kind of up towards the hook, you don't have to trim at all. You want that bulk, right? This is just a very basic trimming. And, you do want to angle your scissors when you cut it. I'm not making a straight cut, even though it might look like it. That's just going to help you too. But that's why I like this stuff, because you can get a long cut where that Game Changer chenille doesn't really allow me. Maybe I'm just bad at it, but I can't get like a good cut like that. So it ends up taking a long time. Like you'll go to cut it like this. This is where I cut my finger, but you go to cut it and it like slides off it won't cut through there. And I've tried synthetic scissors. I'm just going to stop talking. And they work fine, but this is easier to trim. That's what I'm trying to say. The point to this whole fucking thing is I'm just saying it's easier. Okay. I don't know. I lost count. 4, I think. Really getting there. And then just kind of get it in there. Really good. I'll just go ahead and clean this up. Really good guide fly. For anything that eats bait fish. Whatever you're guiding for. Whether it's trout, lame, or bass, or anything that swims in the ocean. I was just down in Mexico. Roosters ate it. Caught a horse-eyed jack. Never seen that before. That was cool. That ate it. they just look like fish in the water, and that's kind of what you want to do. And I just tie them. You can get them in a bunch of different colors. Wow, that sucks. Ooh, that was a big chop. I don't know how that's going to turn out. You can get this stuff in a bunch of colors. I prefer just the white. Sounded racist when I said it like that. It's not supposed to be. I just use, permanent markers or whatever, to color them for the bait fish that I'm trying to match. So I suck at drawing, painting, all that stuff, just not good. So mine are getting better, but like the first couple of years, they're really bad. I'm getting way into this. Like I can feel like the horse blinders getting on there. I don't need to get all wigged out on that, so we're just going to stop. But yeah, so I like just the white, and then just, this is all gray, which is a good call. And a bunch of other stuff over there. All right, so this is the last, holy crap, one before the hook. That guy. That. And then, you guessed it, more of this stuff. Like I said, pretty easy, right? It's like tie it in, wrap it forward. You don't have to pick out like a really good marabou quill, or you're not marrying feathers. Good Lord, no one likes to do that except psychos. You're not building a dubbing loop. I mean, you're literally not doing anything. I don't even know if this is fly tying. This might just be material wrapping, because that's all it is. So the amount of effort that goes into this fly compared to what you get out of it, I don't think there's another pattern like that, Maybe if you just tied a piece of rabbit on a tube, called it a winter steelhead fly, I'm sure they'd eat it. But this thing, multiple articulations, obviously, mimics so many bait fish. The world is your oyster. Just color it whatever color it's supposed to be. So yeah, big fan. If you didn't know, a little history on this fly. I'm not going to bore you to death, but it was invented by Mr. Chocolate, Blaine Chocolate. I think he's in Virginia. I'm almost certain that's where I fished with him. Yeah. He's a really good artist. Does a lot of painting and stuff like that. So his artistic nature came into developing all the multi-articulated kind of shanks. So big shout out to him, because A, they're fun to tie, and when you see them in the water, you're just kind of like, yeah, they're gonna fucking eat that. I'd eat it. I mean, it looks like a fucking fish, which is what we've all been trying to do, right? So anyways, thanks, buddy, for doing that, so I can tie on these. Let's see. I mean, whatever hook you want. Typically, like use your words, like a large gap, short shank is what you want. This might be too big. This is a 1. I do like those Ahrex 274s, but that's looking a little large. What do I got here? I'm gonna have to fucking go over there. Hold on. This is the best hook on the planet. Ahrex SA274 curved Gammarus salt. How many different names does it have? Okay, so you can use wire. I just use another shank. I should probably use 15 mil on this connection. I just don't want to get up again. That's really what it comes down to. I don't want to get up again. That, put the hook in there. Oh, okay. And I like to keel them. I just think they're kind of buoyant. Good night. We're good on the licking over there, bud. Yeah, it's been like fucking 10 minutes. You got it. Whatever you're licking, you got it. Yeah, you don't need to do it anymore. Because also, drive me fucking crazy. Oh, you're going to give me a big sigh? Give me attitude now? Mm-hmm. See if you go outside again in that snow. That's what I thought. So I like to keel them just because, like I said, they're kind of buoyant. So it gives it a little bit of weight. But more importantly, it makes it ride true. I'm not sure why they want to like go sideways sometimes. No matter how well you taper it or whatever, it wants to come in sideways. So this way, always rides hook down. It's going across a seam or something like that, or current, or there's a hydraulic or something like that. It'll stay true. Now, I'm sure there's people out there that are like, well, injured baitfish swim on their sides. Well, then don't keel them, bro. Okay? I don't give a fuck. So this is just 0.30. I go however far down that is. I used to think it would interfere with the hook sets, getting that hook in there. That's because I was very dumb. The hook doesn't all that doesn't go in there, people. It's just the point. So plenty of tiger muskie last year. Every single one of those flies is keeled. The reason why we didn't land all the ones we hooked is because they weren't hooked. Because you guessed it, Oregonians are fucking trout fishermen. And trout fishermen are the fucking worst fishermen on the planet. You heard it here first. That's right, people. Don't trout fish because it makes you a fucking awful, awful angler. Because you trout set, some guy came in, he's like, what, do I need like 0x for steelhead? Get out of here, bro. What? No. And then every other fish that you chase, you got strip set. Guess who doesn't know how to do that? Yeah, trout fishermen. So just stop doing it. Just quit doing it. And start fishing for other stuff. Because I'm up to here with you. All right? Because I get you out tiger muskie fishing or carp fishing or fucking even bass fishing. Yeah, you can get away with the trout set. Better if you strip set them. So, anyways, I hate you. Okay. Get this guy wherever. And you don't have to get crazy. I try to get it completely on top like that. If it goes to the side or whatever a little bit, it's not the end of the world. But, just be better and make it go on the top, right? Just like that. More Zappagap. Love the Zappagap. Always with the Zappagap. And then, I know you hear it coming. The same shit. Yeah, just the same shit. You can put a rattle up here if you want to. I'm not. Because I don't want to do it. These are flies that are probably going to get stuck in the wood. So, luckily our bass fisheries are so unpressured that they will literally eat anything. You don't need to have rattles or any of these other things. And you can throw huge shit at them because, well, most of them have never seen a fly. Now, obviously, if you're on the John Day, those fish see a lot of flies. I'm not talking about the John Day. Well, where are you talking about, Eric? Yeah, I'm not going to fucking tell you. Get fucked. But there's a ton of them. And you can throw 6-7 inch flies, especially in the springtime, pre-spawn, crushing them. So just super fun. And it's probably only going to be like that for the next couple of years till, I don't know, I sore lip all of them or Spencer or Colby does, or Gabe, or people actually start fishing for them, and then we got to get creative. But right now, woo, man, right now, hot shit, man. They're eating everything, and they're big. We have huge smallmouth in Oregon. I mean, have you been on the Columbia before? There's a free one for you. Where should I go bass fish? Try the Columbia. Yeah, because there's only about a jillion smallmouth in there. Fucking people spending $100,000 on boats trolling around for like the last 2 springers in the Columbia. Fucking just 20-inch smallies crushing just smolt and, shad just right next to them, and just no one gives a shit. It's so fucking stupid. Clearly it doesn't bother me. There it is. So we're pretty much done. I just kind of wanted to show y'all that shit and show you how easy it is. See how simple it was? All I did was bitch for like 20 minutes and I tied this fly. And yeah, you can get in there and you get the little scissors, but like, you can keep them tall. The fuck is that? If I wanted to make like a bluegill, I'd probably leave that there because they're kind of, thick. Colored the right color. That was a great sentence, Eric. I'm happy with it. I kind of like shad and baby bass and shit like that, so I get to trimming pretty good. But you just kind of get in there and just, make it happen, Captain. Take it out. Now I can get back to my Tom Cruise movie and my coffee and my dogs. Let's see. Like I said, you can get your markers out and all that stuff and just have the time of your life. Or you got kids? Sorry. But if you do, give them a bunch of these. Be like, hey, paint these a bunch of colors with those fucking crayons you got, or markers, whatever. I don't know what kids have. Whatever you got. They may hook themselves, so I don't take responsibility for that. And then just kind of make that wrist, thin, like a fish. Somebody's blowing my fucking shit up. Come on. This last one's being a real bitch. Okay. And then, stick whatever eyes you want on there. And bingo mango, you'll have yourself a little minnow. Or whatever you're trying to mimic. I don't want them real thin. I like a little bulk in there. A little fatty minnow. They just move a little bit better too. And you could always cut more off, right? And also when it's slicked down with some water, it's going to look slightly smaller. And don't beat yourself up if your trim job doesn't look perfect. They look great in the water still. I mean, that's not like the best trim job, but by the time I put some eyes on there, fine, I'll do it. Well, I don't even know if I have any. I mean, I got eyes, but I don't know if I have any around me. That's fucking great. 29 minutes, that's all Sony gives me to record anything. And I use some little tool over there that usually works, that bypasses that. It didn't. Anyways, you saw the fly. I'm not doing it again. I'm definitely not doing this shit again. But I used a little marker up here, little gray, and then I used another little marker, this one, black, that's right. I used 2 colors like a big boy. And then I put some eyes on it. These eyes. Whatever. I'm sure that really sealed the deal on this fly. Like, oh, he used 3D holographic eyes. No one gives a shit. So, yeah, it's keeled. It's looking good. Like I knew it would. A little fatty. The thing's a little chunky. But that's what they look like. The shad, at least on the Columbia. They're kind of thick. You could put some gills in there if you want. I don't really like to do that. I just like mine kind of two-tone. But yeah, looks great, right? Thanks. I thought so. I wish it was in January so I could go bass fishing. But it is. So I sit and I tie. So that's it. Just thought I'd do a little filler because the camera cut me off. But at least I got the fly in. Kind of. Anyways, yeah. Okay, that's all I got.